Okay, so I'm back with the Yamaha Spy. This here is the 70cc kit that I've installed in the previous video. You will see it there. It's a NARAKU 70cc kit. It was okay. Not much complaints now. It drove pretty well, but finally it failed. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna swap it for the Stage 6 kit that I have. I have a video up there on it. But first I have to remove all the auxiliaries and see the post-mortem what actually happened to this kit. I suspect it's probably a ring failure, but look, let's see what it is. But yeah, I'm going to remove anything that's attached to the cylinder. So that's the exhaust, the carb, the fuel line, the oil, all that kind of stuff. I've stripped everything around it so I can tape it. You could probably do it with the side fairings, but anyway, I've stripped it all off, so it's easy access. To be honest, it's only about 10 minutes to strip the whole bike, so it's not something that's very taxing. But I'm just going to disconnect it, pop it to the side, and make a bit of room so I can work on it. Okay, let me get going. Okay, so I have it on Allen keys. You might have it on some other, because it's been removed about a million times at this stage. This whole job is about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes if you've all the tools ready. Okay, carb just pop out. Just remove the cover. There's no need to disconnect anything else off the carb. It's good enough to just have it like this. The reason I have these little spacers because the 70cc kit, the cover for the cover, it doesn't actually fit perfectly, so that's a small adjustment I have to make the original cover fit. A couple of spacers, that's all. There's the kit. It looks okay. So just the exhaust now, and I should be able to pop off this whole thing. Okay. So I'm just gonna loosen the exhaust. Exhaust. Okay, so this is the fun bit. Now obviously when I'm assembling this I will use a torque wrench to torque these, but to take them off I don't need this. One thing that people do is they just tighten these by hand, and they end up, oh look at that, plug up all my holes. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's coming apart, but if you drop a bolt in there now you'll be in trouble once this is removed. Now, okay, the little head, all good, no issues. Pop this off and see what the problem was. My little head gasket. Just leave it so the orientation is right. Oh, there she is. Popped. So let's have a look. I'm just gonna. Okay. I remember this This piston had a lovely NARAKU written on it. It looked very fancy. I just have to watch if I pull it out all the way. I'm just going to put some stuff in underneath so all the bits don't fall in there, and then I have another job to be doing. So I'll just put some tissue at the bottom. Oh no. Let's have a look at this. I think the tissue is the least of my worry. Ooh. Okay. So the cylinder head is actually not too bad. There's a few scratches, scores, okay. But this bad boy. This just disintegrated. There you go. Scoring on the inside. The whole skirting is gone. The rings actually didn't break. Here. That's what happened. This just disintegrated. Okay, so I take it back. It's not such a good kit. So this is the NARAKU 70cc kit for the Minarelli vertical engine, and it failed. And it failed. I had expected that one of the rings broke, because that's normally what happens. But it looks like in this case the skirting disintegrated. So obviously due to heat. So if you see the big openings here, there's very little material left here at the bottom. So obviously couldn't take the heat, and it just broke. And once it broke, sure, all hell broke loose. Now the cylinder kit itself probably could be bored out, although there is some damage. I don't think, nah, there's some really deep grooves inside, on both sides, so no, it's beyond repair. So it's gone. So what can I say? Okay, so it lasted just under 3,000 kilometers. It failed during a prolonged kind of full throttle situation. So I think the bike was maybe at full throttle for about 6-7 minutes. Maybe more. Say 10 minutes. To be fair. So that's where it failed. It just basically overheated at this point. Not enough material, and it just broke. I thought I had higher hopes for this kit. But would I buy it again? I don't think so. Because now I'm left in the situation where I have to clean out that engine. That could mean splitting the engine in half. Because the only two big pieces that I could find are these two, and everything else is mashed into smaller pieces, which means maybe my crank is even damaged. Usually when the ring goes, it just goes, and the ring's so soft that it doesn't really destroy the engine. This potentially could, because this is big pieces. Now they were on top. So maybe it didn't do any damage. Maybe it did. I won't know. So I have to do a little bit of investigation there, and make some decision whether to split it or just chance it with the new kit. If I chance it and there's a bit floating around, it'll break it again, and I'll be in this situation again. Splitting it, well, a couple of hours work, but it might be worth it. So anyway, here's an NARAKU, and the best thing I can say about it is buy cheap, buy twice. And give yourself a headache. So that's my final judgment on this kit. It's probably fine if you throttle the bike all the time, but if you've prolonged periods of time where you're on full throttle, it just can't take the heat. Like I said, I had a couple of thousand of successful driving in this, and it was all good, but I don't think I will be buying this kit again for that reason. It just doesn't do what I need it to do. So there you go, that's it for this kit.